This is Q. This is indeed a Q.
All right, welcome to the Patriot Hour for Tuesday, January 15th, 2019. All right, folks, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like, share after the video. Do some of those, but yeah, make sure you're subscribed. We put out videos. Anytime we do that, you will get the alert. All right, that's the whole point. You get subscribed, get your alerts going on, toggle those switches. All right, just look, no new Q. We are going to jump into another article here. We got a little Operation Disclosure, an intelligence report. It's a collective overview of things leaked and just several other sources. All right, so the following is an overview of the current situation based on intelligence leaks received from several sources, which may or may not be accurate. Other confirmed sources may also be included in the overview. All right, we're getting ready to read here. It's the same with all intelligence. All right, I like to tell you guys this in the intelligence communities, particularly, for example, the service. When you're looking at certain information, sometimes you look at a lot of bad information. It just happens. All right, you can't. You have to be able to decipher that. Now, the minute you would determine that, you can put it to the side, but you looked at it. And what I'm talking about is if you're listening in on emails in a foreign country, looking at emails, listening in on phone calls, you're going to hear a lot of bad things until you get an overall picture of what you're trying to get. All right, that is the whole objective. You got to look at the garbage and separate it from the fact and make your best, your best collective fact-based opinions based off what you read. All right, so here we go. All countries are playing their part geopolitically. Brexit is being used as a way to remove London as a financial capital of the world. Brexit is also the UK's GIRSA compliance. The European Union, EU, has been checkmated by BRICS. NATO is irrelevant and is being dismantled as there is no longer a Russia threat. The Cold War was cabal fabricated. All registered nuclear weapons in the arsenal are disabled. So all registered nuclear weapons in the arsenal are disabled. The Cold War was a cabal fabricated one. Who would have ever thought? The gold-backed Chinese renminbi has already unofficially replaced the fiat U.S. dollar. The gold-backed Chinese has already unofficially replaced the fiat U.S. dollar. The World Bank will soon be under Earth Alliance control as Ivanka Trump is selected as president. You're watching GIRSA happen before your very eyes. Ooh, that is interesting. Meanwhile, Kabbalists are attempting to shut down Gitmo out of fear and desperation. That is interesting as well. High expectations are being set for the financial reset to begin at Davos. The revalue may begin at any time between now and Davos. The revalue of currency. All right, folks, so what we are possibly hearing there is the reset away. So we have a Federal Reserve. We know is a treasonous act upon the American people. That's why we had our own treasury, our treasury department set up of the people, by the people. That has been hijacked. That is what we go over. All right, so I real quick again, just some comments to help everyone be calm or understand. There are lots of LARP channels out there. What I mean by that is when they call something a LARP, most likely they are. All right, that's a live action role play. Actually had an interesting email about a guy. He's like, hey, basically he's and not to knock on anybody, he's like a pizza driver. And he says when he gets onto his YouTube, he just plays a role and whatever, So some of these people attack Q because they're just trying to get in. They're trying to find a knack. Because if anyone was trying to do anything, if they came to the conclusion that Q or this information over here isn't relevant, they would just ignore it. Just like you don't watch CNN, you don't like it, you don't sit there and watch it and then make a channel about it, and that's what you spend 12, 13 hours doing. That would be a very fruitless life. So, because there's many a facets out of all the things going wrong in this country, I wouldn't say Q's one that they should dedicate their whole life against. That would be crazy. Latch on to one of the stories in here that's true. Like, we've brought up the 1871 Constitution that subverted ours. Create a whole channel on that. That's helping people wake up, because that's what it takes. There is no Superman. We are. The whole point of everything is us waking up. I mean, out of all this information and everything we've traveled down, how many of you are more aware of the border situation, certain constitutional rights we have, this other constitution that was put in? Some of you just found out about that. The actual in-depthness of the human trafficking, the drug flows, just a few of those are huge areas that you're probably more awake to, so you can't take it as wrong. Now, if you're, like to flip through different YouTube channels and you come across ones that just talk about the same thing every time, which is how something else isn't true, what do you really learn from them? If you could agree with them too, but then you'd think you'd move on. And you'd think some of these channels haven't really grown because they can't find their knack. Well, I'll tell you what, sitting in one area over and over, even if you do convince people, every time they tune in, they're just hearing the same thing. So they're not going to really support you, and your channel's probably not going to grow. So maybe latch on to something positive to help. All I could ask is, what are you doing to help wake up fellow American, to help show them things? Hold on here. All right, it says my battery's a little bit. I'm not even plugged in. Or I am plugged in. All right, so keep that in mind, folks. Again, we encourage watch everything, but don't go down just shenanigans. You're wasting your time. You would think, some of these people out there, and they might not have kids. They might not have anything else going on. What does that matter? I don't have, because they don't look at the severity of, they're the ones that are supposed to wake up. They're the ones that are supposed to help make other people understand actual facts over here of, like, our constitutional rights, what needs to happen. I mean, now that you guys know, you can't say that, well, I didn't know. You are now at fault, as well as all of us. Not that we catered this stuff in, but it's been here. But now that we know how it's supposed to be and what's happening, that's the first step, understanding, knowing it. And then these same people will say, nothing's happening. There is no Superman. No, there isn't. There's 99% of the world, or in America even, is us. The ones that are getting screwed, the ones that are at the bottom. You understand the way it's supposed to be. 99% of us, how can 1% or 2% inflict all that on us? This works all the way down. Well, they got enforcement and they enforce things. Well, these same people that are enforcing things, if they woke up, do we not understand that? So that's positive. Is there a chance for it? It depends on all of you. If you sit out here in an eddy, confusing yourself and a few others with you, you're not doing anything positive at all, ever. Pointless. You're trying to take others down with you. It's like you're on a sinking ship. You're confused, uneducated, and you can do whatever you want. I support it. I'm just saying, for the followers here, the people that are into truth information and trying to fix this great country of ours, to at least work half-ass decently and not orchestrate things around the world. That's a real movement. The bottom line is, it's real. There's too many people that are waking up to lots of things that they didn't know about, and that's what is real. There's no denying that. So don't listen to people that try to help you go back to sleep. that encourage you to go back to sleep. Watch my, antics over here. Yeah, there's a lot of real stuff that they talk about in there, but there's nothing you can do about it, or me or anybody is going to. So get your stuff, get ready, and just wait for it to happen. You can sit in that corner as well. That is up to you. All right. Totally up to each person. I'm just trying to let you know what's going on out there. There are a lot of antics and a lot of just shield channels, either people that are being paid or they just are that confused in life. And, I guess the reason they want to have Q in their title every time is they're using Q to try to gain and troll subscribers, bump their way into a system that they're upset exists. So they'll use it to gain as well, on their spectrum of it. It's unbelievable. You dedicate your life to, there's so much other real stuff. If they've come to those conclusions, just move on. All right. Again, we're on Twitter. We encourage you to follow us over here if you're on it. I use it specifically to hear Trump and tons of others and lots of other the opposing. I got all the other players. I got Obama, Adam Shifty, Pelosi. It's hilarious. So you got the Trump, you got the Pelosi's, you got it all. And we're on there as well. So again, join us if so. We're just hit over the 2,000 mark. All the videos will come on to here when we put them out. As of now, I heard YouTube had put out, they're stopping that. And we can do it on our own. So, all right, just wanted to give you that update for the intelligence alert. Again, we're going live today around noon, 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. So right now it is, 10:30, 11 o'clock. Join us. I will put out a warning video over to the YouTube channel, and you guys can hit the link. It'll bring you right over. We'll have a live chat, possibly call in. I'm going to be joined by Woodman and possibly somebody else. We don't know yet. Maybe Ben, maybe Scott. If either of those, I can get a hold of either of them. Again, I'm Mike. This is a Patriot Hour. God bless, Godspeed each and every one of you worldwide. And we'll see you back here real soon on the next Patriot Hour update. Have a great afternoon.